This week's Wednesday's Child is different than most. Usually we focus on a child in need of an adoptive family, but this week we focus on a very important part of these children's journey, foster homes. Anyone who knows anything about the foster care system will tell you there are never enough foster homes. In this week's Wednesday's Child, Robyn Nance tells us about an agency you've probably heard of, but likely didn't know it could help you become a foster family.
Morning Star Boys Ranch on Spokane South Hill is settled in a picturesque landscape with evergreen trees, a green pasture, and horses you can see from Glen Rose Road. You probably know it's a residential home for boys between the ages of 6 and 12. But did you also know it offers a number of other programs, including foster parent licensing?
So our foster program is actually nationally accredited. But bigger than that is once you're part of our family, you're part of our family. And so when our families come together and bring a child into their home, we're right there with them.
One of those family members is Joe Salmon. He is a single foster dad. He was licensed through Morningstar about 3 years ago and has cared for 3 children so far. His first was 7 years old.
I was his 9th placement, and so now he has his forever family, doesn't move anymore. My second one is kind of the same story. He came from Morningstar Boys Ranch to my house, and then he had one other placement after me, and then he is now adopted.
Besides working for a local school district, Joe has actually worked at Morningstar for 5 years as an on-call staff member. It was because of his experience here that he decided to get his license through Morningstar's program.
I chose Morningstar because of their dedication to not only the kids, but the foster parents, and for both to be successful and to help the foster parents as much as possible so that they can be successful and then the kids can be successful moving on.
We offer 24/7 availability, crisis management. People can call, get advice. We have clinical staff. We really try to make sure that the whole child is met and supported. And so for us, the foster is a little bit bigger than just simply a foster program.
It is a free program, as are most foster care licensing programs. Foster parenting, as I've always said, is not for the faint of heart. It's really hard work, but
when you see the kid come to your house and those walls break down and they trust you and you can build that relationship and you know that you're giving them the skills to move on to something better, that right there is a reward in itself that you can't measure.
And yes, you may get your heart broken.
You do get attached to these kids, which is a good thing because sometimes you're the only attachment that they've ever had that was a positive one.
With Wednesday's Child, I'm Robyn Nance, 4 News Now.